Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channel message for the collective. But before we jump right in and get started, I just want to take a moment, say hi, and welcome to new subscribers. I am so happy to have you on board with us. Thank you for becoming part of the Ophiuchus tribe. As always, it is an absolute honor and blessing to read for each and every single one of you. That being said, we're going to jump in. I was drawn to this deck today. I feel like it's got something good for you all. All right, Spirit, what do we have in store for the collective today? Most important message for the collective today. Okay, we're starting off with that hurt heart, but seeing with clarity. Before I speak on it, yeah. I heard parked when I touched the card, so I almost kind of feel like you may be a little sad right now. You may have a situation going on where your heart just feels a little broken. You're having a hard time moving on into brighter days. It's like you know they're ahead of you. There's no clouds just kind of blocking the view. You know that you're going to walk into brighter days. Maybe you just feel you're not ready to let go of a certain situation that one didn't work out. Yeah, I want to say with them, I feel like you know that there's going to be love in your future. I feel like this is a situation where love didn't work out with a certain person. There could have been other people involved that blocked this situation out. And I feel like you know that you can't waste any more time waiting for this situation. So I feel like you know that there's better opportunity for love ahead, happiness ahead of you. And I feel like I hear you're intelligent enough to know that it's time to go. So I feel like you could be just kind of, I see somebody slipping their foot out of a ball and chain. The thing, it's like you kept yourself stuck. If I could explain this well enough, the round part that goes around the ankle was so big you could slip your foot in and out of it. So it's like you were the one that was keeping yourself stuck in this situation and attached to it. And I feel like you know that, right? You were putting the energy into it, and so the energy was still vibing. I want to say your energy is very powerful. When you choose to take your energy away, these people are going to feel it. And I want to say they're going to feel it immediately. As soon as you detach yourself, someone from the past may come running in your direction, but I feel like you know all at the same time that that's not where the love is going to come from. That's not where the happy moment is going to come from. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it. Look, we've got the clouds in reverse. I saw it as I was kind of going through, and then it came out again. Your sight is not blocked. You see very clearly. The clouds would block view, but if the clouds are in reverse, everything is very, I hear crystal clear as to how you need to be committed to yourself or committed elsewhere in order to find the love and happiness that you're looking for. Yeah, I feel like this person may have kept you in the dark. And I feel like they did. Yeah, you had to cut them off. They kept you in the dark for too long. You had to cut off what no longer serves. And I feel like this situation was something that was just not going to progress in the way that you wanted it to. You had to take the time to mourn over that situation. But I hear it's time to go. So I do feel like that's where you're heading right now, towards your future. Let's see. What can you tell me, Spirit, about this future? Snakes in reverse. Where you're going, you're not going to have the same type of energy. Why? Because I feel like you've grown from these red flags. I almost saw this as a flag for a second. In my mind's eye is the way it translated. So I do kind of feel like you're not going to deal with these low-lying toxic energies. I feel like because you grow so much from this past experience, you see very clearly. I hear just no more red flags, right? You could see them a mile away, and so you don't even entertain them anymore. You've got abundance coming. Yeah, I feel like this new abundance, this new life, this new happiness, warmth, expansion, growth that you're going towards in the future, I want to say it helps you very easily. I feel like this goes for the past and the present. I feel like the lily here, not only is this bringing in peaceful energy for the future, it's also putting an end. I'm seeing someone throw it on the coffin. So it's like that's the end of that, is what I hear. It's like putting an end to the past and clearly stepping into a brand new beginning. Yes, you. And I feel like it requires you to be loyal to yourself and what in your own heart and what you want. I feel like a lot of great opportunities will be coming your way, a lot of great communication, possibly a bunch of new people. I don't know if you put yourself back out there on the dating scene, but I feel like could be really prosperous out there, meeting a lot of really nice new people. Let's see. Yeah, time to pull up anchor. I feel like that's what Spirit's trying to tell you. It's time to pull up anchor and move towards the future. It's really gorgeous energy, and I feel like you've been ready, but a part of you wanted to stay and mourn this just a little longer, and that's okay. The heart, the heart wants what it wants, and I get that. But I feel like there's a time when the mind has to console the heart. It's like we've given enough, or we've given enough of ourselves to this. It's just not going to happen, right? And where that's sad, it's also like, okay, on the heels of an ending is the brand new beginning, right? That's the way it goes. One door closes, the next opens, right? The new path appears. And I feel like that's where you're heading. You may have had to actually move out of a house. This could have been an old relationship that just didn't work out for some of you. This could require a move as well. Or maybe you'd want to move in the future and you just can't financially move to a new place yet. But I feel like there's still options available to you in this brand new beginning, even if you can't have a change of scenery like you want. And I'm not talking about someone who's living with someone. I feel like that's a completely different situation. I feel like moving out of that situation would probably be best for your mental, emotional, and physical health. So if that's the case, make that move. Especially if it's an old situation where the two of you are just kind of living like roommates, right? I feel like it's just not a good opportunity to invite new people in when you're still kind of, oddly enough, attached to an old situation. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah, I keep thinking it. You've learned so much. You've learned so much. You've acquired so much knowledge about how to maneuver what you don't want. I feel like that's the biggest lesson. You've learned a lot of things that you don't want. And what that does is it helps you really discern what you do, right? So one way or the other, you get the lesson, right? I feel like you're protecting yourself as you move forward. I feel like you stand tall on your own. You're not really worried about, I want to say, any outside attacks, any attacks from past people. I feel like you're really strong all on your own. I feel like the key is just your forward movement. And really, I want to say, with this bear, how he's got his back to that, I want to say just not looking back, right? I feel like there was a lot of childish behavior coming from the past. I also want to say the healing will help, and the space will help this inner child heal for you as well. If you're looking to have children in the future, maybe this situation didn't work out for you, and maybe you wanted to get pregnant here, and it wasn't a thing. You couldn't do that. I get the feeling, I heard somebody saying I wasted my time. It's like my clock is ticking and I wasted my time. I want to say don't worry about that. I want to say there are new opportunities up in the future if you're looking to start a family and to find somebody who does help you with that happiness and that joy. I just feel like heart happiness and warmth, I do feel like it is on the table. Yes, those brand new beginnings. Look, we've got the stork over top of the child. So if you're looking to have something with someone, it's still a possibility. I want to say if you keep yourself kind of wrapped up in this situation, you're not going to get what you're looking for. So Spirit is saying it's a good thing you're moving forward if you're looking to still create a family in the future. Now, masculine, feminine doesn't matter, right? Perhaps you were with a woman in the past and she wasn't willing to give you children, right? It was something that you thought you would have to just endure. I feel like I hear it was a shot to the heart. So it's like maybe this person didn't want to have children with you, right? For whatever reason. I feel like that was a burden or something that really hurt. Or maybe they had children with somebody else. I don't know. A lot of different ways this could go. I've got the Rider here. I just feel like, yeah, Spirit is saying, look, this Rider is going back to the past. Spirit is saying it is always entirely up to you. Spirit is saying what your opportunities are if you move towards the future, or what it's going to be if you go towards the past. Still, a lot of strife, a lot of heartache, feeling stuck, right? You can stay in that past. Spirit will allow you to do that. But they're saying you have the opportunity to move forward, right? So which way do you want to go, right? You can go in either direction. Yeah, I feel like you've got luck in the future. You could be deeply rooted, create a family tree here, or people could come in to be part of your family tree in the future. I feel like there's no growth in the past. Yeah. I feel like you're in this moment where you have to decide. I want to say it's definitely the crossroads. What Spirit is saying, because it's up to you, follow your heart. Follow your, it's like follow your intuition. Where are your wishes, hopes, and dreams? Chase those. I feel like there's so much more to be had than just a relationship as well. I feel like you won't get the same opportunities if you stick with this past versus moving towards this future. With all those birds on the line, yeah, there are a lot of different opportunities for new people, new experiences, new opportunities, right? So new communications about really happy things is what I get with the birds. So I feel like Spirit is saying you get to choose. Yeah, you get to choose. You're at the crossroads. You get to choose. It's up to you. Where do you want to go? Yeah. There's something about a block with being able to find your peace and growth in the past. So I am going to put that here. And then, yeah, the letter never gets to you. It's like what you want from them never actually comes with the letter and then the mice and the tower. It's like it never actually comes from the past because it's just not meant, right? I feel like there are situations that are meant for you in the future, but you have to be brave enough to step foot in a new direction to obtain those new blessings that are for you, right? We all have a big slice of divine pie up in the future if we choose to do the work and get ourselves in alignment with all those things that are for us. And I feel like you do have that big slice of divine pie. You can step into full alignment with your blessings and keep receiving, right, in abundance. But I feel like it takes some healing, some growth, and some very, what's that? Very conscious steps forward is what I hear. We have exhausted the deck today. I feel like it could be a really great opportunity for you to find exactly what it is that you're looking for. With this, I'm seeing a Joker type of energy. It's like the clown, I want to say the clown from the past now, I feel like is never going to bring you what you're looking for. I feel like it's always just going to feel like, I heard it's going to feel like the universe is laughing at you, right? And I feel like I don't want anyone to be sitting in that energy. I want to say, collective, you deserve so much more, right? And I feel like you know that. We're going to hop in here, see what these letters are, your initials, their initials, and any other messages that may channel through here. Okay, we have an N, a Q that could have been important. E could have been important. First, middle, last name, of course. Yours, theirs. This L wanted to stand up. Could be significant for someone. Oh, a blank. Insert initial here. I heard a guessing game, a guessing game. They kept you guessing. I want to say the person from the past, they always kind of gave you a little bit and then halted. Gave you a little bit and halted. They wanted to keep tugging you along on a leash, or I'm seeing like a fishing line. It's like They'd reel you in just a little bit and then let you dangle there until you got bored and you started to pull away, and then they'd try to reel you in again. It's like they wanted to keep you for when they were ready for you instead of giving you what you deserve in this now moment. It's like this is someone who wasn't so, I want to say this person could be non-committal. I want to say this person could just be one of those who likes to hop from body to body to body. So that might not be what you're looking for either. I feel like you were looking for a stable future, someone to build with, right? Someone to create something with. And this person may have been giving you all the right words, but not giving you the right actions to match, right? I feel like that's kind of what this was. Actions didn't match the words. And you were hoping that they eventually would, so you gave it time, right? It's like you didn't want to call a judgment so quickly that you didn't give this person time to adjust. I feel like you gave them ample time plus some, right? And I feel like they just couldn't give you what you needed. And that's okay, right? I hear don't let it stop you from your forward movement. And I feel like that's what it did. You were waiting, and I feel like it affected that waiting, that energy where you agreed to wait for this person. It might not have even been something that they said, hey, will you wait for me? You just decided that that's what they needed, and so you hunkered down in that spot, patiently waiting. But I feel like a lot of opportunities may have passed you by, years may have passed you by, so time, effort, energy, and I feel like a lot of other areas of your life kind of followed suit. I think things became very stagnant for you. It's like you decided to wait in one area, but you didn't know it would affect the rest. It's like sitting in that lower lying energy, in that uncertainty, kind of caused you to have, I want to say, less forward movement. I heard something about there are the doers, and then there are those who slow the doers down, is what I hear. So I feel like this was that type of person. They didn't want you to get too far ahead of them because they knew they couldn't catch up. So they would just throw you a little bit here, throw you scraps here and there to kind of keep you interested. It's like, oh, is it going to be this time? Right? I feel like I hear they played on your heartstrings, or they pulled on your heartstrings as well. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for this collective here today? What do we have for the collective? All right. Playful energy. I'm getting so much happiness in the near future. Could be as soon as today. I feel like whenever you make that decision to, yeah, look, we have a cuff key here, which is so funny because I feel like I said with that ball and chain earlier on your ankle, it's like you could slip it off at any time. You didn't have to be stuck there. I feel like you had the key all along. And this key looks very intricate. We have two keys here. I feel like one gets you unstuck and brings you joy, allows you to experience new growth and happiness, new abundance with the fish. I feel like your life gets very busy, and for all the right reasons. I almost want to say this is the key to knowledge that you have now. You have a lot of knowledge. I feel like you know how protected you are as well. And now you're shining. I feel like you're shining again, and I feel like it doesn't take that long for you to start shining again. I really love the energy. I love that you have all these brand new opportunities. I love that I felt that you were ready to step forward and to experience more. I feel like it's just up ahead or just around the bend. And I feel like a lot of things are going to really come into view. So I'm happy for you. All right, collective, that is what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to become part of this Ophiuchus tribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.